evangelist Apraku. Apraku's life in Ghana. He has touched lives. He has supported people. He has invested into industries. I remember that he stood on his feet and he donated vehicles to our former Metro TV. Not easy. He donated to hospitals. I remember when he was admitted in a hospital when I brought him to Korle Bu Teaching Hospital. Our chief executive, thanks to him, Dr. Asari, the chief executive officer of Korle Bu Teaching Hospital, he said, where is this man? I can remember some good thing. Let me give him a waiver. This is what we're expecting from people. When heroes die, we celebrate their demise with the achievement they have had for us. This is not the time where the fools in the body of Christ, where the stupid people in the body of Christ, the senseless people in the body of Christ will come and tell us what is the cause of the death of prophets. Apraku, warn you. I am warning you. I am warning you. I am throwing a warning to you because it is becoming unbecoming. All of you, the ostriches in the body of Christ, the goats in sheep clothing in the body of Christ, the ostriches, the wizards, the witches in the body of Christ, who are refusing the forward march of the body of Christ. Football teams, fraternities like golfers, long tennis people, those in other jurisdiction of sports are doing their best to come back. The church is doing its best to destroy our comeback. You hear a gospel musician foolishly speaking against the church. The church has made them. Listen to people like Ampon, the gossip musician, coming to speak against the church. People like Dana Samoa speaking against the church. Everybody who open their mouth and they're speaking against pastors. Let me tell you, and let me warn you, Apraku is dead. Apraku is dead. Anybody who wants to speak, come out and speak. Come out and speak. If you know what killed Apraku, come out and speak. Stupid people in the body of Christ. When everybody is working hard to come back to feed the body of Christ. Do you know how we are doing on the airtime, the virtual preaching? We are doing our best. But there are people that until they have the fellowship, it's difficult for them. We can't force ourselves to go to church. But even the way we, the Christians ourselves, we are speaking against the body of Christ. Have you heard anybody fighting when they ask Muslims not to go and pray in the mosque? Have you heard them insulting their imams? What is it? What is it? What Ghana is it? What freedom of worship is it? Stupidity in the high places. From the highest to the lowest. All you know is occultism. Praising things of the witchcraft. Let me tell you, there's nothing like occultism in this country. Once a pastor becomes rich, he's occult. Once a pastor becomes unique, it's occult. Foolish people. Stupid fools. Apraku is dead. Come out and write what you don't know. And I warn you, God will kill all of you one after the other. I'm telling you. I curse anybody who writes anything that is not about what the death is. I curse anybody who writes anything. What is it? What is it? What is it? What country are we in? We don't respect. You get bundled, then you are just coming to talk. Writers, bloggers, don't assume what killed Apraku. Don't assume what killed Apraku. He was not well, oh. He was not well. The same thing in this country. Prophet Emmanuel Badu Kobi, Dr. Badu Kobi. His son was very sick. Chronic sickness. For the rights of the patient, I can go deeper. But he was transferred from one clinic to the biggest hospital in Ghana. We did everything. When it says prayer, my God, then God is not there. If prayer could have healed or saved Prophet Emmanuel Badu Kobi's son, that boy could have lived. I'm telling you, if prayer could have done it. What is not prayer? Everybody came to pray. Even Obofour Wusu Bempa came to pray. He came there to pray. He came to pray. Even Obofour Wusu Bempa came to pray. Vigil, fasting, seed sowing, calling those who matter to pray. But the condition of the boy, per the clinical standard, was beyond the healing of our prayers. You know what doctors went through in Kolebu at Cardiothoracic Center? Do you know what happened? Come and check the medical bills we paid before he was discharged. Be careful. The Lord called a young boy with a lot of ambition. I always say that may God bless the wife of Prophet Badu Kobi. She became a matron in the hospital. She was lying down there in the ward to become the matron for the son. Painful. Painful death. This young boy died. He has been buried. We went to do his 1 year. If you go to Lashibi Funeral Home, that is where he was buried. The tomb is there. Then you hear fools, stupid people, and kwasiafo in the body of Christ comes up to say that Badu Kobi assumed the body and buried the body in his temple at church. And these are not unbelievers. These are Christians. 70% of people in this country are Christians. And they are fooling that Badu Kobi sacrificed his son. Are we serious in this country? So everybody that died because of some sacrifice. What is it? What is it? I don't like what is going on in the body of Christ. And I think I want to share my opinion. One of the things I don't do is to get angry. But I don't know how it will be for me. If I get angry, I will not speak sense. But I prefer to speak my mind because I'm fortunate to be at the gate of healing. So usually, by the grace and the mercies of God, fortunately or unfortunately for me, most of these people who will lose them, I have the opportunity to meet them in their last days. Power. So far, free far. Power died in my hands. Let me salute you, Dr. Sarkodie, one of the specialists. Let me salute all of you in surgical. Thank you for your support. The bypass you did through biopsy for this pastor, so he could survive, and we take him for him to have a surgery done on him. You know the sickness that killed him? He overfasted. So he acquired a disease that was confronting his health. He came to the hospital. We work on him. When he died, the next thing we hear is that Afrifa power went for juju. That is what killed him. I mean, are we normal? How is the church going to come back? Every day we are speaking against the church. What is it? What is it? I mean, God has no power anymore. God has no power anymore. I have experienced the presence and the power of God. If what I experience is the effect of juju, then there is nothing called God in this world. People have experienced their power through my voice. Does it mean I went for juju? Why do we believe in the devil? Why? 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 And for the rest of you, I always tell you on networks. I always tell you on Facebook. I always tell you on Instagram that this social media thing, there's more curse in it than a blessing. There are two things with God, a blessing or a curse. So whatever you don't understand, either you shut up, watch and pass. Don't comment, write what you don't know in the name of your opinion and end up opening yourself to curses that will linger on to your last generation. I say government is putting all things possible so that schools will open, so that facilities will run. They will come back. Even political parties are doing well. so that things will come back. Look at us. Look at us. I say, look at us. Look at us. Who are the us? The church. The church. And I'm telling you, I came here for a reason this evening. And let me pardon all of you on watching me. Let me pardon all of you coming to join me. Your right to share your opinion is welcome. But be careful. Be careful. Be careful not to walk here with that your mentality of if you think that what I'm saying doesn't make sense to you, don't even come at all to watch. Keep your data. But if you walk here and don't know and you say what you don't know, may God punish you on my timeline. Apraku is dead. That is not what we wish for him. My wish for him has always been, when I'm talking to him, you'll come back. You'll come back. You'll come back. He says, I'm coming back to Medina. Meba Medina. Meba Medina pa. Meba be Medina crusade that Giaman from a Christo. He has a track record of working for God. The ministry is not just about anointing. It's about money. Money involves. It's about money too. But now look at you. After preaching the word of God to you, you who call yourself Christians and church members, see what you are doing. I say, government wants us to come back. He wants schools to come back. He's doing everything, putting things in place. Is the church going to come back? After we insulting our pastors, after we calling our pastors names, after we rubbishing the body of Christ, after we pointing our fingers to that place that we had our salvation, are we going to come back? Well, food for thought. A word to the wise may not be enough, may be death. So far, Apraku, may his soul rest in peace. May his soul rest in peace. May his soul rest in peace. All of you, by any means, you have had an encounter with the Obofour Apraku. Remember, his good deeds are part of the reason why maybe today you are still in the faith. If it comes to radio stations in this country, is it Channel R? The early radio stations that came to this country, Apraku never preached for free in their channels. He paid. So he has invested money into our media. If we hear people early morning on radio, even when he came, he said, the Lord have called